Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name's Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. So if you guys are looking for the best and most honest how-tos and reviews from a consumer's perspective, then make sure you subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. So lately I've been feeling like I have only been putting out content where I'm showing you guys brand new products, which is great, and I love trying things out for the first time and showing you guys exactly how that goes down. However, I felt like it kind of took away me actually sharing with you guys the things that I have been really enjoying on a day-to-day basis. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my current favorites for June 2022. These are the products that I've been really enjoying recently, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. So I kind of broke them down into categories, and the first category we're going to go over is skin, and then we're going to go through some makeup, and then a little bit of hair care as well. The first product I have here is this Good Molecules powder. This is the vitamin C booster powder. If you guys watched my recent empties video, I had a couple Good Molecules products in there. I really love that they just lay everything out for the consumers to easily understand. So if you guys don't know what L-ascorbic acid is, it's essentially a type of vitamin C that is highly potent in skincare, and it's meant to brighten, smooth, and firm your skin. It does come in powder form, like I mentioned, and it does come with this tiny little spoon to spoon out the right amount each time you apply it. I like to take it in the palm of my hand, and then you can essentially mix it with any type of like serum within your skincare, as long as it works with vitamin C. So for example, I like to use this specific product with a propolis, the Mr. Honey Propolis. I use that. I also use the Innisfree Intensive Hydrating Serum with it. Really anything that acts as a good vehicle in order to get that powder down to sort of like a paste consistency. My skin tends to really love L-ascorbic acid. I feel like it really is able to absorb all of the goodness in L-ascorbic acid. I feel like my skin looks brighter, it looks more plump, and just more firm overall. What I ran into with the Ordinary's L-ascorbic acid powder was that it was kind of gritty within my skincare routine, but I don't find that that's something that happens with this Good Molecules powder. My only con though with it is I wish that this little spatula fit in here. However, I just kind of set it on top of my shelf. I just wish that it could go in the jar. This is the COSRX Intensive Healing Pimple Patches, and these are amazing on my skin. So there are 90 patches. So they come in a small and medium size, and it has it right here in this tiny little diagram exactly how large they are. I actually have an open pack right here that I pulled out to show you guys. I only have 6 left on here. These are all the medium size ones, and all the small ones are like right on top, but I used all of them. So these pimple patches seriously blow the other pimple patches out of the water. They are so effective. These are not only hydrocolloid patches, they have tea tree leaf oil and salicylic acid within the patch. So not only is it sucking out all the gunk and stuff from like whiteheads and pimples that you may have, but it's also treating those pimples as it's sitting on the skin. Sometimes hydrocolloid patches, they don't necessarily keep the pimples away. Like they don't extract them from my skin. They kind of just like take what's on the surface and remove that, and then the rest of the pimple will come out like later on, you know? But with these, the pimple is gone within the next morning. So with all pimple patches, I'm sorry if this kind of like grosses you guys out. I find that for me to have them be the most effective, my pimple has to be like a little like popped. What I mean by that is if I have a whitehead or something, I'll take my tweezers and kind of just like pinch it so that it creates an opening, and then I will place the pimple patch on top of it, and that way it can really penetrate and get into that pimple. I don't know what it is. I've always had to do that with any sort of pimple patch to get it to work, because if I don't, I take the pimple patch off and the whitehead's still there. However, I will say the first and second time that I used these, I didn't pop my pimple because I wanted to see if it would actually work without doing that, and it actually did. I don't know why those 2 times it worked, and like it didn't work again, or maybe I just haven't given it a chance. I don't know, but it definitely worked, but it works even better when I pop my pimple. But anyways, that's beside the point. I know that most patches on the market say that they're invisible, but I promise you, these are virtually non-existent on the skin. They're so thin, and the actual portion that has the treatment and hydrocolloid on them is also so thin that you can't see it on the skin. I don't, like, sometimes I forget that I'm wearing them. I make sure that I use it on freshly washed, clean skin, essentially just to make sure that I'm getting all of the treatment onto the pimple, but also it just sticks really well. It doesn't budge whatsoever, which sometimes hurts because if I have pimples like in my hairline and I put it on top of there and I have to pull my baby hairs out whenever I take the patches off, it's kind of painful. This product right here is the Aavrani Glow Activating Exfoliator, and Aavrani is actually one of my photography clients. I love them. I love working with them, and I also really, really love their skincare products. This mask in particular, I feel like has really transformed my skin. So this has turmeric, honey, and neem oil in it, and you can see here it has more of a gritty consistency to it. And one of the selling points in this for me specifically is the fact that it has turmeric in it, but it doesn't stain your skin or anything. Like, say you get it on your clothes, it doesn't stain. It smells like a rich, like, spa type of treatment. I'll cleanse my face, make sure that it's freshly washed, and then I'll apply a really thin layer of this on my skin, let it dry for about 10 minutes or so, and then I'll hop in the shower, get my hands a little wet, and then I'll start like scrubbing at the mask with my hands. The little beads in here really gently exfoliate the skin. It helps brighten my skin. I feel so smooth. Like, you can actually see a visible difference after washing this mask off. I think it's wonderful. It really helps as well having the honey in there with any sort of inflammation that I may be having. Such a good mask, and not to mention, this is just beautiful packaging. I'll insert some photos here that I took of this mask for Aavrani. I really enjoy this. I talk about this sunscreen literally all the time, but I just picked up a new bottle recently, probably within the last month, and I'm obsessed all over again. So this is the Supergoop Glow Screen SPF 40. This is the original. I know that they recently came out with a darker tinted glow screen, which I haven't been able to pick up yet. This is one of their chemical sunscreens, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's beautiful. I wear sunscreen as the last step of my skincare every single day. Sunscreen is so incredibly important for your skin health, guys. It just has the most beautiful sheen to it, and it completely blends into the skin, and it's not glittery. It doesn't feel gritty. Sometimes I'll wear just the glow screen with like concealer and powder, and it looks beautiful. It looks like I'm wearing makeup because it just makes the skin just look so healthy and glowy. It also dries down really nicely, so if you're not used to wearing sunscreen and or don't like a greasy sunscreen, this one from Supergoop is going to be your best bet because it has a really nice dry down. This one, as well as Unseen sunscreen, however, that's a completely opposite finish. That one's going to be more matte. I prefer the more glowy one, especially during the summertime, just my personal preference. And also, I tried the Supergoop Play within the last like 4 months. I've been using that interchangeably with all my sunscreens, and that one is also so beautiful. I don't know why the consistency reminds me of like yogurt, but it's very lightweight. That one is actually a favorite as well. We can throw that one in here too. Anytime I wear it, people are like, your skin is so glowy and it looks healthy. What are you wearing? So yeah, love those two sunscreens so much. Our last skincare product is going to be the Kopari Sunshield Body Glow Gel Oil. This has an SPF of 50 in it. I always want to dabble with body oils, but my thing is, most of the time they just feel so greasy. They look beautiful, they don't feel great. However, this one has a very, very nice dry down, and it has SPF 50. So not only is it giving you a beautiful glow throughout the day or whenever you're wearing it, but it's also protecting your skin. I love like the sheen that this product has. Again, it doesn't have glitter. As you can tell, I'm not a fan of like heavy glitter. This is beautiful and it just has such a nice consistency. I'll pump a little onto my arm here. And it's a little thicker in consistency, but it's not thick, but it's also not the most runny body oil I've ever used. And I'll rub it out on my hand here. And it smells so nice. I can't exactly pinpoint what the scent is. If I find it online, I'll put it in the video here. Look at that shine, okay? I know that it's an oil, but also I see, like, if you look closely, you can see that those little flecks of like sheen in it are reflecting onto the skin, and it just looks beautiful. It's healthy. This dries so nicely. I actually brought this on our honeymoon cruise, and I wore this whenever we went out on port, and also when I was like by the pool and I wanted to tan a little, but I also wanted some sun protection. I wore this and it's just lovely. I wore it to dinner. I pretty much wore it every day of our cruise. Very luxurious. There's something about a body oil, you know? All right, next we're going to talk about lashes, and this is something I have not shut up about. I'm not even scared to admit it. I cannot stop talking about these Lash Linx lash ribbons. These are my favorite thing in the world right now. I'm not going to go in too much detail because I have an entire video dedicated to these. I wear them constantly. Again, I've worn them on my wedding day. I wear them whenever I go out and I want to wear a lash, or if I have eyeshadow on and I want to do lashes, I will wear these. You can cut them any custom size that you want. And also you put them under your lashes versus on top of your lash line. So it gives you more lid space. If you have smaller eyelids like I do, it like opens your eyes. Like you look more wide awake. And these actually last a few days. So you can consistently wear them overnight. I've worn these, I think the longest I've worn a pair is about 6 days. That's as long as they've lasted on me personally. I have cleaned and reused so many of these clusters. It's about time that I get new ones. I think that I bought these at the beginning of April or at the end of March. I don't know. I can't remember, but I wear them all the time. Watch my tutorial. I talk all in depth. I tell you guys all the tips and tricks. Just go watch that if you're interested. Next, we have this product. This is the It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow with SPF 40. There is definitely a trend with my current favorites right now, but like in general, I really love sunscreen. This is in the shade Neutral Tan. On my honeymoon cruise, I wore this every single day. It's so easy to put on. If you're a fan of It Cosmetics CC creams, the feel of this one is very similar to the original CC cream, but it's a little more glowy because it has that niacinamide, it has that hyaluronic acid in it, which in turn makes it a little bit more dewy on the skin. If you are very oily, I would not recommend this unless you're prepared to really set it with a lot of powder. It gives me really good medium coverage. The next product I have is right here. This is the KOSAS Brow Gel. This is in the shade Brown Black. It is their tinted brow gel. I wanted to purchase this for a long time before actually getting it. It really intrigued me. Not only is the packaging just the cutest thing ever, but it looked like such a promising brow gel. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Glossier Boy Brow, but I can confidently say that I like this one even more. It deposits color really nicely. It doesn't get clumpy on the eyebrows. And also it actually has a lot of hold in it. It keeps my brow hairs like staying up and like sticking up, which is something I need because my brows tend to just droop throughout the day. And I don't like that. I want them to stay up and look feathery throughout the day. I just love KOSAS right now. The concealer is my one of my top favorite concealers that I've ever used, and this right here is really topping it as well. So if you guys have any recommendations for another product that I can try from this line, please let me know in the comments down below. So this product right here is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in the shade Medium. I was a little worried when I first got this that it was going to be too light for my skin tone. However, I find that it looks really natural on the skin. I love this. I have it on right now, topped with a little bit of powder bronzer. This does exactly what the name suggests. It enhances the skin. It gives you a little bit of definition. I definitely use this more as a bronzer versus a contour product. I find that it gives the skin such a nice warmth. It is a light coverage and it's marketed as a light coverage. And because of that, it's really easy to use in conjunction with other products, and it's very easy to build. Not only is it light coverage, but it's pigmented. It's not just depositing like an oily residue on the skin, you know, it's actually giving you what is in the pan. I feel like anyone can use this, even if like you're a beginner at makeup. I feel like it would be very, very difficult to mess this up because the blendability of this is so nice and it works so well on the skin. You can use this just on bare skin, which is how it's marketed, but you can also wear it on top of makeup, which is something that I do as well, and it works just as well. So the next product I could not find. For the life of me, I could not find it, which is so weird because I've been constantly wearing it and now all of a sudden it's gone missing. I don't know what's going on, but I'll talk about it very quickly. It's the Juvia's Place lipstick in the shade Toffee. In the tube, it looks a little intimidating. It's very dark in the tube, but once you swipe it on, it is the most beautiful, like warm chocolatey shade, but it also has a little bit of red undertone in it. It's just lovely, and the formulation of the Juvia's Place lipsticks is so nice. It looks velvety. It feels really soft going onto the lips, and it lasts just like a traditional lipstick would, like a matte lipstick would, but it's not drying on the lips or anything. I find that it just gives me almost like a blurred effect. These are the Fenty Beauty Poutsicles in the shade My Type and Zesty Bestie. So these are brand new from Fenty Beauty, and they're stains, and they're glosses when you first put them on, but they actually stain the lips and they leave such a beautiful finish. And the reason why I love these so much is because the stain that you're left with gives you even coverage, not blotchy on the lips, doesn't dry your lips out whenever you wipe off that gloss. It has some hydrating properties in it, so when you're wearing it as a gloss, it feels almost like a lip oil. They did this so well. Fenty knows their lip products, okay? Once you wipe it off, you're left with these beautiful stains. I wore My Type for about, I think like 3 hours, and the gloss was going strong. Like I didn't have any sort of fading whatsoever. Then I ate dinner, and then after dinner, I was left with like a nice little pink stain. I can't say enough good things about Fenty lip products. They just always do it right. I'm gonna talk about these in conjunction solely because I use them in conjunction, you know. This is the Bumble Thickening Spray with the Olaplex Bonding Oil. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I have a perm. I first started perming my hair about 3 years ago, I believe, but recently I've decided that I'm gonna give my hair a little bit of a break from the perm chemicals, and I'm probably gonna do a cut. I have a cut scheduled, I think, in 2 weeks, and I'm probably gonna cut off like a good chunk of my hair. In doing that, I have been blowing my hair out. Now, I know that heat is not great for the hair either, but I find that with proper prep, like heat protectant spray and just taking care of my hair overall, my hair has been very healthy and it's been really loving blowouts, and I've been really loving doing at-home blowouts. So I find that these products together have been so great in my hair. I've had the Bumble thickening spray for a while now, but I didn't necessarily use it very often. But I find that I really, really love this in the blowout because it just makes my strands look thicker. It also gives me a little more of a root lift here. I almost assumed that it was gonna be sort of like a beach spray, like a wave spray, so it was gonna be like really sticky and tacky in the hair, but it doesn't feel like that at all. It actually is very manageable. It gives you a little bit of lift, but you can't feel it in the hair, which is wonderful. And I've been using the Olaplex bonding oil as kind of a prep product, so whenever my hair is damp, I'll put this in before doing my blowout, and then at the very end I'll take a little bit in my palms and rub it together, and I'll just like run my fingers through my hair. It helps to keep my ends from looking very like puffy and frizzy, and it just tames my frizz and my hair in general. And I use it with either Redken 1 United or Pureology, the 21, whatever the spray is, like the leave-in spray. I'll use either one of those, but these two products themselves have just been game changers for me. I feel like my hair just looks healthier and it feels really nice and manageable. My second to last favorite is going to be this Maelys Be Tight Lift and Firm Botox Mask. Maelys actually sent me some products, I think last month, and I've been using all of the products, but this one specifically has been probably the most effective that I've seen so far. This, as I said, is a lifting and firming Botox mask. And it looks like this. It almost looks like yogurt. I don't know why I keep saying things look like yogurt or remind me of yogurt. Just a very subtle sweet scent. Now, I got this one, the Be Tight with the Be Firm. It's the blue one, and it kind of looks like a scrub, but it's not. Like, it sort of like a lotion, and it looks like a slushie, and it smells exactly like a blue slushie. It smells so yummy. If you're not familiar with Maelys, which I was not before they sent me products, to be honest, a lot of their products are supposed to be to help firm and tone your existing skin. And the way that they do that are with different like variables, different ingredients. And this one specifically makes your skin feel hot. Like it says it warms and tingles, but no, it actually like makes you hot. Like I actually feel like my temperature is rising when I use this product. When I first used it, I used this, and then I used the arm one and the B flat, which is for your stomach. I used it all over my body essentially. And I put my clothes on. I was thinking that, you know, it was going to be a little tingly. No, I was hot. Like I was sweating. You can definitely feel the products really penetrating and working. I took before photos. I'm not going to show you guys right now because honestly, I don't want to show my butt in a video. Recently, I took after photos just to see like if there's been any difference. And I can actually see a difference. Like I feel like I don't have as many indentations like in my butt, especially right under my butt, like where my thigh is. I had a little bit of like denting, a little bit of cellulite there. It's definitely firmed and plumped those areas, and it's not as noticeable. It doesn't get rid of stretch marks or anything like that. It's mainly for, again, enhancing and firming and plumping your already existing body. I have been seeing differences, and you definitely have to use all of the products consistently to see anything because, again, it's not going to be like one and done type of thing. But I even asked my husband, I was like, look at these before photos and then like look at me now. Do you see a difference? And he's like, no, I actually do. So it's very encouraging. I really like this. You do get a lot of product in here. I will use maybe like a quarter size and rub it between my hands and then use it on both like left and right butt cheek. And yeah, I love it. I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say. My last favorites here are going to be these brushes. I have nonstop been talking about these. These are the BK Beauty brushes, and specifically, these are the ones that I've been using every single time I do my makeup. This one has to be my favorite. It's this like dense angled brush. It is the 101 brush. I use this for my foundation. I've used it for my concealer. I used it all throughout my honeymoon. I think that this brush is wonderful. It gets the job done. Works great with liquids, creams. I haven't used it with powders, but it works really well with everything I've used it with. I also have this 106 brush, which I've been using using with that Makeup by Mario enhancer because it fits really, really well just right in here. Again, works really well with liquids, creams, and I've used it with concealer. So yeah, it works really well with all the ways that I've used it so far. This one is the number 108 brush, and I love to use this with my setting powder. So I'll use this to set all over my face. Like today I use my Laura Mercier powder to set under my eyes, and it fits so well in there. It's also really nice around the nose, just really anywhere you need it. This would be a really nice highlight brush as well. So far I've been using it for my powders and it's been wonderful. I also have this 104 brush, which is essentially just a larger version of the 108 brush, and I've been using this one with my bronzers, with the Makeup by Mario, the Skin Perfector, which is like the 3-in-1 here. I've been swirling this brush in here and just like tapping it along and setting and using it with bronzers and stuff, and also that perfector. Really beautiful, easy brush to use. It's a little less dense, so you have a little bit more workability with it, so you can spread your powders really nicely. And then this one I've used to set my face, but also I've used as a bronzing brush as well. I've used this with my blush as well. So it's a little like spread out, but it's dense right here. As you can see, it's like skinny this way, but it's like wider. So you can really get in there and spread your product through. They wash really, really well. They haven't shed on me so far. They've been really holding their integrity. They're super soft. They feel so nice on the skin, and I just really love these brushes. And the handles are just so much more fun than black handles. You know what I mean? That was a very long video, but I guess I've had a lot of favorites recently. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if any of my favorites are also your favorites, or if you're planning on purchasing any of the products. They're all so good. Please let me know in the comments down below if you like videos like this, and if you want to continue seeing me make videos such as these. I would love to kind of venture more into like favorites and current favorites and all that stuff. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about it. If you enjoyed it or you found it helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And I'll see you guys in my next video.